So the idea here is John Steigerwald now and then, which means I talk about now and then. Sometimes I talk about way back then, and that's the case right here. A little break for you from the insanity that's out there, and also a good time with things not going so well for Pittsburgh sports these days. This was back to a time when they were still going pretty well. And so I'm going to be showing you clips, and the whole point here is not the whole point, but a big part of what I'm trying to do here is not apologize for my age, but kind of brag about it a little bit. And I'm going to have stuff here, I hope, that is going to show that I've been around for a while, which I have. I'm old. Shut up. I'm 76. But I've been covering these teams and watching these teams for a long, long time. Long before I started covering them, I was watching them as a kid growing up. So I'm going to do some then, and that's what we're going to do today. This is back to 1980, the Steelers and the Oilers. The Steelers had a history with the Oilers in AFC Championship games, and they Bum Phillips had made some comments about knocking down the door the next time. Well, you'll see that in the clip coming up. But I was in Houston advancing the Steelers regular season game, and I'll show you a little bit of that, and it went something like this.
1 year ago, we knocked on the door. This year, we beat on the door. Next year, we're going to kick the son in.
Well, that door that Bum was talking about after the playoff loss in Pittsburgh has become pretty famous now. A lot of emotion that night in the Astrodome, but somehow I think that Bum doesn't want to talk too much about that door these days. Is this the year that you beat the door in?
Well, I don't know about the door. We're going to play football.
See what I mean? I don't think Bum really wants to talk about the door too much anymore. It's amazing when you think that there were more people in this building to see a pep rally for the Oilers who had just lost the game than there were at Three Rivers to see the Steelers win it. Those people aren't going to let Bum forget about the door.
We're gonna take it in. We're gonna take it in. We're gonna take it in. We're headed for the Super Bowl.
Well, we'll see about that. You don't have to spend too much time in Houston to realize that the fans, the media, and even the players are so intent on beating the Steelers that it borders on insanity. It's an obsession.
That's not an obsession to beat them. Naturally, you'd like to beat them because you feel like they're the best there is, and that's something that everybody wants to do is say they beat the best. But it's not an obsession with us. This is a 16-game season, and that's the way we look at it,
The story they tell me is that Sid Gilman, the old general manager and coach of the Oilers back in the days of the AFL, he built this fence. The Oilers are practicing on the other side of this fence. Sid built this to protect his players from the obscenities yelled at them from people going by in cars on this road here. Well, the Oilers are better now than they were then, but if they don't win on Sunday, this fence may come in real handy again. In Houston, this is John Steigerwald for Channel 4 Action News.
Yeah, that's me. Like I'm about 12 there, but that's me, and that was 45 years ago. I was thinking as I was watching it again this time that there's as much space between that you just watched and me today as there was between World War II and that back in 1980. That's how long ago it was, and that's how old I am. So I hope you enjoyed that. And by the way, they never did beat the door down. They ended up moving to Nashville, where they still haven't beaten the door down. But that was Bum Phillips, one of the great guys. I went down there for that trip, and this is just something that is just unheard of today. I went to the practice facility that you saw there, and when I showed up, it was it was a weekday before the upcoming game on Sunday, and I walked into the practice area there, and Bum Phillips saw me, and he saw that I was not local media, but he saw the cameraman with me. He came up, he said, "How you doing?" He introduced himself to me. I told him who I was with. he took me around to some players on the team and introduced me to them, and he gave them. It wasn't necessarily Earl Campbell or Dan Pastorini, the quarterback. Some other players who he thought maybe I wouldn't recognize without a number on their jersey, and he was doing me a favor. He took me around to their lockers inside, and he said, "This is so and so, and he's leading the league in interceptions or something like that." Uh, just a great guy, just a great guy. So that's just a little example of then, and it goes way back. And I was well, just about 31 and a half back then. So I hope you liked it, and I hope you stop in again here at Rumble for John Steigerwald now and then. Thanks.